sources of our stress. Stress comes at us from all directions. Sometimes it's subtle, and we have no idea what's getting on our last nerve. Other times, of course, it's all too obvious. Difficult relationships, the job we hate, a boss who acts like a dictator, the neighbor who favors middle of the night, crank the music up parties, the homeowners association that believes God put them in charge of your life. And I could go on. And so, I'm sure, could you. There's not a whole lot of peace in the valley these days. This lack of peace gives us two choices. We can resent our struggle while we suffer, staggered, and lament our lot in life. Or we can figure out possibilities for at least partial relief. As you might guess, I recommend the latter plan of action. And I also recommend you cheer yourself on with attaboys exclamation point little rewards to encourage you along the way. Developing solutions is much easier when you know the sources of your stress. Today, let's talk about significant, but relatively unknown. Stress can reach out and snatch at us, making big demands on a dry well. This one is huge, absolutely huge. If we don't give our bodies the nutritional support they need, we can't be making demands. For instance, if you zoom your patootie off whilst getting frequent colds or the flu, it means your nutrition doesn't have enough oomph to support all that zooming, which will come as a surprise to those who follow politically correct diets of low fat, low protein, low salt, etc. With nutrition like that, your body can get winded just playing tiddlywinks. Our innate local governments, the rest of the world seems to be getting the message, but in the US, local governments still insist on putting fluoride in the water system. They don't want anybody to think they're not keeping up with the times, and they don't want to be different. Meanwhile, fluoride whacks the thyroid, which then makes a shambles out of the rest of our endocrine system. The master of our health, it weakens our muscles and tendons so they strain and tear with little provocation. It deposits heavy metals in our bodies. It weakens bones. It mottles teeth, especially those of children. And the federal government is also in the game, pushing fluoride hard, mainly through hygiene and medicine. Fluoride, as you know, is in toothpaste enough to kill a small child, in fact. And it's in newer antibiotics, so while they may heal the current infection, they also set you up for problems down the road. And it's in antidepressants and antipsychotic meds, which don't work in any case. And the digital revolution isn't helping either. Electricity has frequencies. Our bodies also have frequencies, which are unique to each individual. Around the world and across history, nobody's ever had the same electrical frequencies as you do. Sometimes the frequencies from the electrical systems conflict with body frequencies, and stress shows up like Johnny on the spot. Some of us don't know all this electrical zipping around, although it adds stress to our bodies, but some have major health effects. limits and have to move away from electricity just to stay alive. Most of us are in the middle, but none of us are unaffected. And what part of us is affected? Our DNA. Thomas Edison started it all with a light bulb. He probably never imagined the power and strength of the gorilla he gave birth to. Let's look at some of the offspring. Things that significantly increase our electromagnetic frequency EMF load. Wi-Fi, wireless routers, Ethernet cables, cell phones, whether by our ear or in our pocket, cell phone towers within a mile or two, remote controls, electrical substation nearby, microwaves, smart meters, electric toothbrushes, and all other wireless devices, etc. There are many positive things you can do to protect you and yours. For one example, before you go to bed, turn off everything that adds to your EMF load. We are more susceptible at night. Most importantly, improve your nutrition, both diet and supplements. Nutritional deficiencies actually attract electrical frequencies to us straight to our DNA. Poor nutrition leaves us vulnerable, while pumping up nutrition gives our bodies the ammunition they need to fight the battle with vigor. In fact, solid nutrition helps defeat stress that shows up from any source. Ramping up your nutrition is how you fight back.